first and foremost, let's cover the Yankees, man. The Yankees are cheating. The Yankees keep getting caught cheating. The Yankees are cheating, but it is legal. Aidan Perez is now beefing with the Yankees and Jazz Chisholm exclusively. He started talking to Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm popped off. Now MLB is investigating Aidan Perez because they think Aidan Perez may have been threatening Jazz Chisholm. So there's this whole fiasco going on with the Yankees cheating. This is like the third time this season that the Yankees have been caught up in some sign stealing shenanigans. Either they're the best sign stealers or the worst sign stealers at this point because they keep getting caught for it. But not forget 2015 and 2016 when it came out that their players were using monitors to discern pitch sequence information that was being relayed to base runners in hopes that they could communicate this to the batter. At that time, use of replay room to decode signs was not expressively prohibited by MLB rules as long as the information was not communicated electronically to the dugout. Watching our videos to like decode sequences with the catcher, honestly, can we be real? Is that really cheating? Technically cheating, not a bad cheating, but that was cheating. MLB said it themselves. You guys cheated. Give us $100,000. 2023, Yankees got caught cheating again, but this would be the legal cheating. So Aaron Judge hit a home run, if you remember this series. Broadcast thought that Judge might have known what pitch was coming from his first base coach, who was stealing signs and telling Judge what was coming. You can see Judge kind of look over, to the side of his eye, looking at the first base coach. Right before the pitch is going to come, and then he hits a bomb. So basically what the coach was doing is, getting an angle on the pitcher. So if you're at first base on a right-handed pitcher, you can kind of back up a bit or move forward so you can kind of see his hand, look at his grips. A lot of teams might have a secret sign. Maybe the first base coach touches his knee, touches his hat, and you'll see a lot of times if you watch an MLB game and they'll do close-ins on the batter's head right before the pitch is coming, and you'll see their eyes just start darting off to the side a little bit. And you're like, what is this guy looking at? Like the pitch is coming in like 2 seconds and he's like weirdly looking off. What else would he be looking at? He's looking at the first base coach. Cat and mouse game. Everyone's trying to steal. But then the Blue Jays got pissed. They got heated. They started screaming at the freaking Yankees third base coach because the Yankees third base coach was way out of the coaching box. The Blue Jays complained to the umpires. The umpires made the coach get back in the box. And then when the Blue Jays were hitting, their coach was in the coaching's box. And the Yankees started yelling at them. It was a whole fiasco. That was 2 years ago. This year, this has already happened 3 times with the Yankees. In May against the Padres, Wandy Peralta entered the game. It was a tie game. Twitter user, Letters to AJ, noticed that with the bases loaded, Cody Bellinger was touching his helmet every time there was an off-speed pitch coming. Every time a slider came, you could see Bellinger touch his helmet, and there it goes. Peralta ended up giving up 6 runs, only getting 2 outs. The Yankees scored 10 runs in this inning. The game was tied, and it was 12-3. So an effective sign-stealing scheme right there. But then 2 months after that, Andres Munoz comes into a game against the Yankees. This is one of the best closers in the league. Up 2 runs, a runner gets to second base, and every time Munoz throws a slider, their arms raises in the sky. They got him to do this about 10 times, like 10 different times. And it's the most obvious shit ever. They just they're on a roller coaster. Woo! It's coming. Here comes the slider. They also got clips of the first base coach doing the same thing. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of times you'll see a batter kind of look over to first base, see if what the first base coach is making a sign. Yankees were doing both. Munoz ended up blowing this 2-run lead, and the Yankees won this game. 10 days later, there's another sign-stealing controversy with the Yankees. So Braves came into the inning up 5 runs. They end up giving up 4 in this inning. They get let up 6 more runs the rest of the game. Earlier in the inning, you can see Stanton doing what I was saying. You can see Stanton, if you close up on his eyes, you can see his eyes darting at the first base coach. They end up loading the bases with nobody out. Gave up a few runs. Eventually, Jazz Chisholm gets to second base. You can see him in the video that's signaling to the hitter that a fastball is coming. And it does. Signals it to Anthony Volpe, who hits a sac fly. Beautifully done sign stealing. And the Braves bench does not like this. Aidan Perez starts screaming at Chisholm from the dugout. Doesn't like it. Jazz does not like this disrespect. Calls Aidan Perez a crybaby, which is fighting words because, as we know, there's no crying in baseball. So you call a guy a crybaby on the baseball field, that is grounds to get your head blown off. So Aidan Perez is making this motion to him, like pointing to his head. Jazz takes it like, oh, he's threatening to hit me in the head. He's saying that the Braves are going to throw at my head because I'm stealing signs. Little concerning, right? However, Aidan Perez says that's not what he's saying. He said, quote, use his head. I have a lot of respect for that guy. I like him. But I guess he didn't like what I had to say and got upset with me. It wasn't threatening. I just wanted him to play smart out there. It's a double entendre of sorts. And the guy thinks you're saying you're going to hit him in the head. And you might be saying you might throw at his head, dude, because you're a savage. But you could also make the excuse, I'm saying use your head. Nothing wrong with telling someone to play smart. I'd say that's actually good advice. Well, MLB is now investigating Eddie Perez because he made this motion to Jazz Chisholm. Question is, how does Jazz Chisholm and how do the Yankees keep knowing what pitch the opposing team is going to throw? If you watch the video, there's no signs being done. It's all pitch comm, so he can't be reading signs from the catcher. Sometimes you can tell by how the catcher sets up what pitch is coming. You know, if he's on one knee getting low, he's got his glove down, you can expect like a low off-speed pitch. You know a slider's coming. If you watch the pitch that Jazz gives a sign on, Sean Murphy sets up like obviously this is going to be a high fastball, so that's what I thought at first. But if you look at throughout the entire inning, he sets up the same way every time. He puts that glove at the top of the zone, brings it down, then brings it back up. You can see him set up that same exact way and throw a changeup. So that's not how he does it. If you look at it right here, how Jazz Chisholm, at least in my opinion, how he gets it is he's not really taking a lead. He's waiting and he's getting an angle on his hand. He's picking up his grip from second base and signaling it to the batter, which is legal. As long as you don't use technology, it is legal. However, the question is, are the Yankees fucking good at stealing signs or bad at it? Because it's worked 3 times this season, but all 3 times they've been caught for it. Now, maybe they've done it 100 times this season and they got away with it 97 times and they're amazing at it. Or maybe they need to stop throwing their hands in the air and making it so freaking obvious. Who knows if the Yankees are doing this more than other teams, but they get caught doing it more than any other team. Maybe it's just because they're the Yankees, there's more cameras, there's more media, so we hear about it all the time, but it always comes up with this Yankees team. They are not subtle, and they are stealing signs.
It's not illegal, so why be subtle about it? Like, the batter get the sign than miss it, so we better be as obvious as possible.
If it's obvious, the other team's going to do something about it. Because that's the thing with Eddie Perez. Some people will say, oh, Eddie Perez, what do you care about? Like, it's legal. Why are you giving us Like, even if it's legal, obviously the Braves know, okay, they're stealing signs. They understand this is something that happens that they should be doing. We respect it. But if you're going to do it against us, we're going to tell you to stop. You have to. You have to threaten them and say, yo, if you keep stealing our signs, we're going to throw a pitch at you because you're stealing our signs. You're just going to let them steal your signs. You can't just let them steal your signs. You got to get some hard ass in the dugout to kind of low-key threaten, attempted murder on them, and then they'll steal less signs. You think Eddie Perez is going to get suspended for this?
No.
I mean, it was a genius move. It's like, use your head. Can't prove shit.
It looked like he was saying use your head. I mean, that's the motion for use your head.
Yeah, use your head. It's also the motion for watch your fucking head next time you come to the plate, motherfucker. You keep stealing signs, we're throwing at your big, stupid head.